All right, free range rant session. My rant is about LA.
Yeah. You
I
love
hate
LA that
LA.
much?
I don't know how you can continue to say that you love LA. I just hate it. Every
Why?
time I'm there, it sucks. The traffic is the worst. Like I've never seen traffic worse than LA. It's so
Wait,
bad.
have you ever visited me when I was there?
I did. I visited you once.
What did we do? I don't remember now.
We just went to eat. Like, we didn't do anything more than that.
Oh,
Um,
really?
but yeah, because I was going to Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I hate being there. The whole time I'm there, I hate being there. Going anywhere is horrible. It takes forever to get to get an Uber, and it takes 45 minutes to get to the next spot, no matter where you're going. I just hate it. I think it's the worst city. And like I would be okay if it was bad traffic and you didn't need to go, like if you could walk everywhere, but you can't do
Yeah.
that in LA. Everything is far. You have to drive. It sucks. I just I don't know how you can love it so much. I don't understand.
I don't know. I live in Santa Monica, so it's a different story too. So
Yeah.
also depends on the area you live at. I feel like that matters so much.
LA is
So
like the worst city. Like it's of all of the big cities, I'd rather live anywhere else.
yeah,
Anywhere else.
I still feel like you had a bad experience in LA.
This is not my first time in LA though. Like I've been in
Yeah,
LA multiple times.
but you're not there for that long of a time. Like you're like there for like a day or two or three. You know, you gotta give it like a week or so. You know, you gotta experience LA for itself because there's so much to do. So
I don't know what would I experience that I didn't experience like visiting.
well, the different hikes, the beaches, probably
I don't
you
do
know
any of that.
the mountains and stuff. You do hike. Shut up. Get out of here.
I
You
don't
know,
do hikes.
the
I don't.
the
I just
food,
don't do it.
the food. You know,
Yeah, I went and got food. Food was all right. Food was good. I just I don't know. I didn't feel like I wanted a big city. I don't think I want a big city where I have to drive 45 minutes to get to anything.
I get it. I mean,
It's like
most
living.
people are.
It's like the mix. It's like a mix between being in Orlando and being in like Chicago, right? Like it's like 45 minutes to get everywhere, and there's like I feel like everything's spread out, but it's busy, right?
Yeah.
And I I don't know. I just don't think I like everything that spread out.
I don't blame you for it. I guess I never driven there, so I mean I barely driven there.
Yeah, but you took Airbnb.
So
You took Ubers just as like just as much to get wherever, right?
yeah, Uber's Metro. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was fine for me.
I
I
can't do
mean,
it.
coming from South Florida, it was issue. You know, what I mean, like it's just drivers are bad as not as worse as South Florida. I
Oh,
mean,
that's true.
traffic is
All right,
horrible.
it might be my
You know what I mean?
second least favorite place because I hate Miami too.
Why?
So I hate Miami, hate LA. I'd rather live.
Well, why? I mean, we'll have an episode why you hate Miami. I'm just curious on that. You know, but
Miami's yeah, Miami's just busy. It's the same. It's just worse. Like
yeah,
everyone's
I do agree with traffic though, way worse for sure. So,
yeah.
and that's the thing. And they're asshole drivers too. So, I'll tell you that. So, yeah. All right. So we are concluding this episode. So
No,
for
what's your rant today?
oh my rant. Let me. I do and I don't have a rant. You can say my my rant is kind of uh not really. Sorry, it's kind of job related, but it's not really. So I've been having a hard time finding the right rules to apply. I told
Well,
myself,
this is like very specific to this
yeah,
to our
yeah.
topic.
So the last since I came back from my trip from Dubai, I've been looking at rules to I fill my spreadsheet and then I apply things like that, and I've been having a hard time finding the right roles to apply for, and also it's because maybe I'm not looking at the right place. and I noticed that a lot of people has been shifting a lot of their roles into like specific areas, like in LinkedIn or in like a third party recruiter now sites and stuff. And so
What do you mean you're
instead of
not finding the right role? So you're like looking for specific roles, but
so
you can't
I
find them?
noticed that certain companies are posting different jobs in different areas. So let's say for example, uh, you will find the same role applying in their company website than they do it in LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that companies are not doing that right now. They're posting certain specific role on LinkedIn, and certain specific role on their website, and certain specific role in like pay scale, or certain specific role in Glassdoor, or certain specific role in AngelList. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And now I gotta look everywhere now. So I noticed a pattern, and that kind of ticked off. I'm like, mother, I'm like, effort. I'm like, this like, why not post it? I don't get it. Why separate like that? You know?
But it's
And
not.
I noticed
So
that
every company is different in like that. They might put this role in a different spot.
correct, and I noticed that because I feel like they're trying to attract certain type of talent in certain areas. Like for
Yeah,
example,
but if
people
they're
who go
doing
to
that,
angel,
wouldn't all of those same roles be in one spot versus other spots?
they're not. That's the thing. That's what I thought. That's what I noticed.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, I get it because certain people only look at angel lists, right? Certain type of
Yeah.
people, and certain type of people only look at Glassdoor, or certain type of people look at LinkedIn, whatever it is. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, and then not only that, those algorithms doesn't get filtered out by like third party tools, it's like Indeed.com. It doesn't show like that. So
Mm-hmm.
they block it off from that. So like, I'm like, so now I'm spending more time looking for jobs roles in different areas now.
Yeah.
So I'm doing way more work than anticipated.
Oh,
Per se.
way more than anticipated. I don't know. I
Yeah.
was on all those sites all the time when I was looking for jobs. So like I was on every site, like looking at every role.
I get it. It's a numbers game, right? But I told myself that I don't want to apply to a role that I don't see myself growing in it, and I want to make sure that I'm. And I really want to make sure that I enjoy my next role more than anticipated because I don't want to think about like work, the stuff that I do, and I yes, pay is important, but I feel like the type of job that I do is more important now.
My last role, I was looking for culture more than anything else. Like that was my biggest thing was like what do the employees think about the company?
Yep,
So I looked a lot on Glassdoor for reviews of the
yep,
company, and that's where I looked for roles mostly.
yeah, and you're right, and that's for me. That's number two right now. It's culture of the company, right? Number one's a role for me, and then two is culture company for me now. So
Yeah.
that's why I rank them.
Yeah, so that's what I was looking at a lot. But I looked at all of those sites too. Like it was always just like always looking. There, there's not a good like aggregator.
Yeah,
Like
there isn't. There isn't.
there
Yeah,
are aggregators, but they suck. And like you'll go to an aggregator and it'll show you the weirdest roles that you weren't looking for and that don't fit you at all. It just doesn't make
yeah.
it's no good.
And now that I got LinkedIn Premium account, I get random recruiters hitting me up for stupid stuff.
For stupid, I get that now with
Yeah.
without the LinkedIn
Well,
Premium.
my profile was invisible, right? For
Mm-hmm.
the longest period of time, it was hidden, so they
Yeah.
couldn't find me. But now that I open it up because I'm passively looking now, so I'm trying to find 40 roles every day and apply for it. That's what I'm trying to do right now, and I'm struggling with that.
4 new
So
roles. Wow.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I have a role like people would reach out to me all the time now and I got a role for like a chemist. Like I don't do any chemistry in my role, guys. I don't know if you like who's watching, but I do no chemistry in my role. And
Are you sure?
they wanted me to be a chemist. And I was like, "Where did you get my resume?" And they said in there, "Oh, we like your background. We think you'd be great for this role." I have no chemistry in my background. Like what is this? I don't even understand.
Is this guy Indian?
No, I don't think it was an Indian guy. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
But it was such a weird role. It's one of the weirdest roles anyone has ever like recruited me for. Was a
That's
chemist
funny.
role.
That's
It's
pretty
just
funny, though.
crazy.
You gotta be that's pretty funny though.
All right, so I'll
You
forward
should,
that to you, Mike, because I think
no, you should have taken the interview just to see how they react to that.
I'll send it to you because I think they'll definitely take you. No problem.
Listen, I've taken job interviews just to practice job interviews, to be honest with you.
All right.
Just because,
You
just
can
because,
practice bullshitting a chemist role.
just because I feel like when you start looking for jobs, you're kind of rusty,
Yeah, yeah,
and
for sure.
so and then like you're like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna like just because it takes a while to get into the groove. Like I feel like it
Hmm.
took me like 6 job interviews to get into the groove.
Yeah, 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 for sure. It takes a little while to like get get your groove and start like
Yeah,
talking about yourself again. Because when you're working, you don't
but
really like
no,
talking about
yeah,
yourself.
but okay. So my first job interview, I didn't expect to go all the way to the final round, and I was super rusty, like rusty as hell. In my final round was 8 hours long. Imagine going through that.
Wow, that's long. That's a long
Yeah,
interview.
yeah, and so I was like, wait, no, wait. If I could do 1 out of 1, I'm like, what? I applied to one role, I get job out of the way,
All right,
But
that's why you're applying to four and can't find any. You're gonna just
no,
apply to the just apply 1 out of 4, and then you'll get the interview. You get the job, easy, no
no,
problem.
no. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying right now, just in general, like, now that I've gotten more into groove interviewing, I feel like I'm more confident about, just more about it, So,
Yeah, 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 for
but
sure.
it is a number. I'm sorry, it is a numbers game though.
I
So,
agree. That's why when I was applying, I applied to hundreds a day.
but because were you applying for the company itself, or were you applying for roles, or were you applying? See?
Both, both. Because my number one was culture fit, right? So
Yeah.
I went to companies that I saw had good culture and then applied a bunch. Yeah.
I mean, maybe I should just start looking at a company sort of roles first, because I was looking for roles first, and then I worry about the company. To be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I
So
don't know. I think culture is more important than role now because the roles can change even when you jump in. Like it might not be what you're thinking. So having a culture that's strong will you'll enjoy the transition even if you don't like even if it's not the
yeah,
right job in the first place.
that's true.